Hey everybody, this is D Hunter, bringing another action figure review. Today, we're going to look at the Neca Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Adventures Slash. This is Slash from the comics. I got this guy at Target during the haul-a-thon, but he's been available for a little while. So let's take a look at the packaging. As you can see, Neca Adventure Series number 1, Nickelodeon, Eastman and Laird's Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle Adventures Slash. Here's the package. Looks like it comes with a couple of weapons, a couple of alternate hands. One side got Slash, other side, here he's at the bottom. The back, here's Slash, a bunch of different display options, and here's some other figures from the comic wave. The bottom, a bunch of credits, and there's this barcode, in case that helps anybody. So no further ado, let's open him up. Alright, now that this figure out of the package, here he is with all the accessories laid out. He has 4 alternate hands, totaling 6 interchangeable hands, and 2 weapons. But before we take a look at those accessories, let's talk about and check out the actual figure. So this is Slash, and this is Slash from the comics. They've already made a Slash from both the video game and the cartoon. Slash is an evil Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle. He was a mutated turtle in the cartoons. I believe Bebop and Rocksteady mutated him. I'm not sure how it happened to the comics. I got this guy at Target. He was on the NECA haul-a-thon end cap, but he's not actually part of the haul-a-thon. This guy was available a little while before, but I haven't been able to find one yet. So let's take a look. Start with the face here. That signature Slash face. One eye always larger than the other. Teeth exposed. Has that kind of sort of animated, sort of comic look to it. He's got spots all over him. See the nice little detailing on his sort of chest area. He's got a belt here. Bandana, just like one of the turtles. Some blades come out of either hand. Looks like we have double jointed elbows, double jointed knees, shell, very spiked. He has not exactly a cell shaded look to him, but definitely sort of a comic style drawn art look to him. Overall, it looks pretty cool. Can't wait to compare him with the other versions of Slash they've made. And just a closer look at his face and head sculpt. Pretty good, pretty sharp. Probably the best version of Slash I've seen them make so far. And here's the figure broken down as far as he can go, with all of his removable parts detached. Now let's take a look at his accessories, and let's start off with his hands. He has a total of 6 hands, 3 right hands, 3 left hands. Here he is, with his first pair of hands. These are his fists. Here's his next pair of hands. These are his open hands. And here's his final pair of hands. These are his gripping hands. These will hold his weapons. Now be careful when switching out his hands. I almost broke off one of the blades. Now let's look at his weapons. He has 2 of them. They're both blades. Here's the first one. Slash's sort of signature weapon, a jagged blade. Now, I don't think it's exactly cell shading. Maybe it is, but it's sort of done with that comic style. Not bad. Then we have this other blade here. Similar, a little less shading. Both have sort of a comic or animated style to them. Here he is, holding his dagger. Then, with his second bladed weapon, and they're not as hard to get into his hands as I expected. Now they've taken a pretty good look at both the figure and its accessories. Now let's check out his height. From bottom to the top of his head, staying at about 5.8 inches tall, which can translate to just under 15 centimeters. That's one of the things I didn't like about the previous Slash figures. They're just a little bit too short. Looks like this guy is going to be a similar height, but we'll compare them in a little bit. And now for its articulation. Starting with his head. Of course, it can rotate from side to side. It can turn from side to side as well. Up and down, pretty good amount. Bandana is articulated in the back. Can't put on either side there. Shoulders on a ball joint. Doesn't go out very far, less than 90 degrees. Up, down, around, all that good stuff. Bicep cut below that. Does have double jointed elbows. Only seem to go in about this far though. His wrists can rotate, and they are going to be hinged as well, but definitely be careful. Those blades are very easy to break off. I almost broke one off the other hand there. Now, they're hinged. Mine seems to be a little bit stuck, although I would definitely be careful how much you use the hinge. I can definitely see it is hinged down there. A little hot water might free that up pretty easily. Legs, almost complete to splits. Ball joints. They can rotate independently of the ball. They can go forward about that far. He's got double jointed knees. Everything's pretty tight on this guy. Definitely needs a hot water bath. You can see they go in pretty far. Then his ankle here, forward and back, tilt rock, no traditional rotation. Here's Slash in the sewers, holding his weapons. And here's Slash taking on the 4 turtles in the sewer. Now, I haven't taken on the movie versions of the turtles, as they're my favorite go-to versions. They might not quite fit in, style and aesthetic-wise, with this Slash, but they're my favorite versions, and that's who the Slash is going to be fighting up against. Or maybe one day hanging out with. You never know. Now let's check them out. Next is some of their action figures, starting off with some of their Slash and Ninja Turtle figures. Here he is, next to the first Slash figure I got. This is from the video games, and he's definitely considerably bigger than him. And here he is, next to the second Slash figure I got. This is from the animated series, and uses the same body as video game Slash. Happy to have a bigger Slash finally. Here are all 3 versions of Slash that Neca has made, and I can't think of another version they would make. This comic one is by far the best. Here's Slash, next to Toka from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2, The Secret of the Ooze. Much larger evil turtle. I would love to get a Slash at this size and sort of style, but he wasn't in the movies, so it's not going to happen. And here he is, next to Metalhead from the animated series. I'm a huge fan of the turtles that are not part of the 4 turtles. Slash, Toka, Metalhead. I would even buy the female turtle from that god-awful show we don't talk about. The one that everybody hates. And hell, I even hate her too, but I would totally buy a figure of her to add to my turtle family. And here he is, next to the 4 movie turtles. These are my favorite turtle figures out there. They are absolutely fantastic. They're my go-to turtles. I like to use them in pretty much any scenario involving the turtles. And yes, he is a little bit smaller than them, but he's a lot larger than the previous 2 Slash figures they made. Then, next to a set of turtles DC Direct made from Batman vs. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the animated film. And here, next to a set of comic turtles from Playmates, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles crossover with Stranger Things line. And here he is, next to a set of Ninja Turtles from the animated show. These are in their human disguises to walk the city. Now let's check them out with some of the recent turtle figures that I've gotten. Here he is, next to a couple of Thug 2-packs from the animated turtle line. These are part of Target's current Holothon event. Then, with a couple of the newer Ninja Turtle Stranger Things 2-packs. And here, next to all 3 variations of the Ronin Ninja Turtle. Now let's check him out, next to some action figures from different various companies, to see how he fits in both scale and style-wise. In case you know which lines you can mix him with, I'm going to start off my comparisons with some of the smaller action figure lines I collect, and work my larger. Here he is, next to some Jazzwares Fortnite figures. And here he is, next to some SH Figure Arts action figures. Here's Slash, next to a bottle of leather care. I don't have any turtle wax, so this will have to do. Then, next to some Hasbro Marvel Legends. And here he is, next to some Mayfix figures. Then, next to some Mattel DC Universe Classics and Multiverse figures. And here he is, next to some Mezco 112 collective figures. And now, with some Jazzwares AEW wrestlers. Then, with some Mattel wrestling figures. And here he is, with some of his Neca brothers. Then, with some DC Direct and DC Collectibles figures. And here, next to some McFarlane toys. And now, with some DST or Diamond Select toys. And finally, next to some Jack-specific wrestling figures. So overall, it's a pretty nice Slash figure. Definitely my favorite of the 3 different Slash figures I made. He's a whole new sculpt, larger body. I appreciate that. The sculpt and paint job are excellent. Has that sort of comic look to him. Kind of has an animated look. The accessories are nice. 2 weapons, plenty of hands. Articulation, it's there, but it's all quite limited. Even with a hot water bath, I can tell he's not going to hit that many points. Double joints that really don't achieve what double joints are supposed to achieve. If I were to rate this guy, I'm probably going to give him a 7 out of 10. It's a nice Slash figure, but I still feel like he's just too small. So this is D Hunter. Thank you guys for watching this video. If you liked the video, press like below. If you have anything you want to say with the video, add to the comment section. If you want to see additional action figure reviews from me, press subscribe. I do appreciate when you do that. Once again, this is D Hunter. Thank you guys for watching this video, and I'll talk to you guys real soon.